guys, what is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993 coming at you for day 6 of the WWE 30-Day Challenge, as we now are going to venture off a little bit into some trickier questions, some questions that are a little bit tougher, I will not deny, as I'm trying to think of them. This next one wasn't quite clear to me, so if they're going the way I think it's going, I will answer it that way. So day 6 question is your favorite pay-per-view. Now, when they say favorite pay-per-view, I'm not sure if they mean, favorite pay-per-view concept or your favorite pay-per-view you ever watched, pretty much. I'm not going to include WrestleManias because there is a favorite WrestleMania slot later on down the line. So WrestleManias do not count. So, what is my favorite pay-per-view? Well, it depends how you approach it. Favorite pay-per-view concept, definitely either the Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank. That's my favorite pay-per-view concept. As well. But I think they're going with actual, pay-per-view, like which specific one. Now, I could go with the NXT takeovers. Takeover Brooklyn 3 or Takeover Dallas. Brooklyn 1, which I was there live in attendance, although I missed half the show because our bus got there late due to traffic back here home, unfortunately. But I'd say if I can pick one specific pay-per-view that I could consider my favorite of all time, would be SummerSlam 2013. That was the pay-per-view, in my opinion, that got me attached to being a wrestling fan. Because I started watching wrestling, the first wrestling event I ever attended was in late 2012. I did watch the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania 29 with my friends. But I wasn't like a hardcore wrestling fan. I was still like, floating around, like sometimes watching, sometimes not. So I wasn't completely, I was somewhat into it, but not that into it all at the same time. This pay-per-view, SummerSlam 2013, was what really got me into wrestling. I remember we had Dean Ambrose defending his United States Championship on the pre-show. I can't remember what the Shield did then. I haven't watched this pay-per-view in a while, but I remember, there was a mixed tag match involving AJ, Big E. I think it was Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn, I think it was. I can't remember who it was. But it was right after AJ and Dolph split up, and Big E was still being AJ's bodyguard and whatnot. But there was that. There was Christian and Del Rio. But the two matches I will always remember this pay-per-view for. The first one, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, a classic. Could have possibly, stolen the whole show. I'm not sure if that one or the main event was a better match. They were both awesome matches. The main event, though, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship with Triple H as a special guest referee. This is the match that really just, it all clicked. I'm like, I wanted to see more of this. I wanted to see more. I was predicting Daniel Bryan to beat John Cena. I'm like, I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, but it's like, I think Daniel Bryan, I had this feeling that Daniel Bryan can do it. And he did. He beat John Cena clean. The build to the match was awesome as well. It was just a strong, face-on-face match. Of course, with Randy Orton, who was, slowly turning heel in the background with a Money in the Bank briefcase, come around teasing things back and forth. He came out to tease the cash in. Triple H did the long-awaited turn. As the first, I think, since 2006 or 2007, I think, that Triple H had been a heel. He made that turn on Daniel Bryan. And as I was excited to see Daniel Bryan win that night, and I was pissed when they had Triple H turn on him and Randy Orton, cash in and become Money in the Bank. Become the new champion. I was pissed, and that is the way you establish a babyface and a new top heel. Well, two of them, in both Triple H and Randy Orton. Of course, that furiousness was real. WWE fans wanted to see Daniel Bryan get to the top that summer because they had built him up so strong as an underdog. And he beats John Cena to pretty much, make him look like a legit main eventer. And then you have Randy Orton take that right away from him, and Triple H as well. That pay-per-view, again, was what got me into watching wrestling full-time. So that's a pay-per-view I'm going to give as my favorite pay-per-view. SummerSlam 2013. A couple honorable mentions also. Somewhat the Royal Rumble 2014 also because I was there in attendance. I was also in attendance for Roadblock End of the Line 2016, but that pay-per-view sucks, so I'm not going to count that one at all. A couple other pay-per-views I remember was pretty dark besides the WrestleManias. Again, the NXT takeovers, but I'd say my favorite pay-per-view would definitely be SummerSlam 2013. And I'm going to be watching again when I start doing the SummerSlam Retro Review series after WrestleMania. So I look forward to watching that pay-per-view again and reliving those memories. So what is your favorite pay-per-view, guys, for Day 6 of the WWE 30-Day Challenge? As always, if you want to follow along with me for this challenge, leave your thoughts down in the comments section. And also, if you want to, leave a video response to play along with this 30-Day Challenge with me. So do that down in the comment section below or through video response. And as always, be sure to click that like and subscribe for more content to come to this channel. And follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. And also, see I wear my Aleister Black t-shirt again, because tonight is NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. I'm very excited. I'll be back up here live to do my live review of TakeOver Philadelphia, probably around 10:45, 11 o'clock, and I'll see you guys then. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and until then, guys, have a great day.